do this.
Okay.
Okay. What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 5 of UpDated. My name is Dylan Stoneburner, and I'm your host. And today I have a great guest, one of my past PCMs. She's actually been my PCM twice on my first contract and my my most recent contract. It is Stephanie Huff. How you doing, Steph? Where are you? There you are. How you doing, girl?
Good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Now that I'm talking to more friends, it's nice. We've had a week off of UpDated, and I'm very happy to be here. So,
Good. Me too.
how is you're living in Spain now, isn't that right?
Yes.
How is Spain?
It's very hot.
Yeah,
I'm struggling. I know I live obviously normally in the Caribbean, but this is just sweating as we speak.
Well, it's a different kind of hot, I guess, right?
Very humid, and especially now it's 9 o'clock at night. It's still bright outside, and I am dripping.
That's insane. What's like? Are you more inland Spain, or are you like pretty close? Are you close to a beach, or what?
We're quite close to a beach. Yeah, we're like southeast.
That direction.
Southeast of Spain.
Okay, cool. And so, how did you? Because you grew up. Did you grow up in Liverpool? I know you're from, what is it? What do you guys call it? You and Dave always, it's the Wirral?
The Wirral, yes.
The Wirral. We're from the Wirral.
I was a little bit of a gypsy as a kid. Traveled around a lot, but based mainly in the Wirral by Liverpool. And then recently, obviously I'm here now because my parents have retired and they're here. Mm-hmm. And I had nowhere else to go. So living the life in Spain.
Woo! Well, that's nice. I mean, I loved Liverpool. Me and Miriam got to visit it we stopped in Liverpool. How long were we there? We were there for probably about 4 hours before our next train when we were just visiting England. And we ate at Nando's and walked all around. I'm craving Nando's so bad.
Me too.
Oh, so good.
That's what I do miss about being here, English food. I mean, I love Spain, but the English food.
So how is your Spanish coming?
It's not great. But the problem is around here, I try and speak in Spanish to people and they talk to me in English. So I'm like, that's trying to help you.
You don't look Spanish enough, I guess.
Apparently not. But yeah, no, it's a work in progress. Let's just say that.
So tell me about how did you get into dance and performing? Because obviously we've been friends now for 3 years. Last I spoke to you about this, because we've chatted about it before, you didn't start dancing until a little bit later. Am I correct in your life?
I didn't. I was 16.
16 when you started performing. And so what made you do that change? Like, what made you get into that?
Well, I always liked dancing and performing. I was in the little shows when you're a kid, but I had no training. And it wasn't until college, my school actually closed down. So instead of in England, we do like a sixth form.
Okay.
I couldn't because the school was closing down, so I had to go to college. And I was going to do drama.
Nice.
I really wanted to be actress. But then I went to watch the next year's performance before I would have started. And it was not really what I was looking for, let's just say. I got to the college and I said, look, is there anything else I can do? In the performing arts section, I really enjoy dancing and I also enjoy singing. And they gave me a singing course or a dance course. And I was like, let's try the dance course. And then I had to go to the audition. I'll never forget. I went to the audition. I'd never danced before. And there's me in this pink fluorescent off the shoulder cut top that said drama queen and these big baggy track pants, and everyone's there in black leotards and tights. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? I got in and my teacher, Sharon Brown of West Church College, amazing, kind of took me under her wing and told me So
That's awesome. I mean, I started dancing when I was 9. And for a male dancer, that's not a bad age. That's usually oftentimes I would say male dancers, either you start super duper young or you start between like the ages of 7 and 11 or something like that. But 16 is, I mean, that's pretty, at 16 years old, that's pretty late to start. So was that intimidating to get into it?
yeah, it was very intimidating, but it just made me work harder. You know,
Mhm.
I was looking around at all these super amazing and talented performers, and I'll never forget in ballet class, and the legs are by their ears, and I'm like, oh, okay. But it just pushed me harder, you know, and
Uh-huh.
it wasn't for my teacher kind of taking me under and showing me what she could.
So is this because you've told me, so you trained at Cheshire, is I'm saying that right? Cheshire? West Cheshire. West Cheshire College and Hammond. I'm gonna
Hammond.
you know I can't read. Hammond school for dance. Now, what's the difference between those two?
Well, the college was obviously a college, and then, if you will, the Hammond was more like a university for me, but it's not. It's also a college. I just kind of went there later. I went there at
Mhm.
18 after 2 years at college, and I kind of used it as extra training because obviously I
Gotcha.
started. But a lot of people would just go from school straight to the Hammond, maybe. But so
Okay.
I was 18 and I was in class with 16-year-olds.
Okay.
I just extra training.
You were like, I'm gonna go to the pub. You're gonna go back to your dorm. Bye bye.
See you later.
You've worked for Carnival Cruise Lines for 9 years now. You're almost at that 10-year mark. You're just chiseling away, just chiseling away. What did you do before Carnival?
No, I worked for another cruise line. I worked on 2 other cruise ships, actually. I worked for Thompson on the Thompson Spirit,
Okay.
and I worked for a little company that had one ship, the Island Escape.
Mm-hmm.
And then before that, I worked in London for a bit. I lived in London, and I was a dancer for a group, a popular group. Americans won't know who they are, probably not, but a lot of British would, I'm sure, know who they are.
So who's the group? Because I want you to explain this group because you sent it to me and it's N Dubs. Is that am I saying that right? I've never heard of N Dubs, and this makes and this what kind of group was it? What was it?
It was like a hip hop group with 3 members, Dappy, Phaser, and Talisa, family and friends. They were cool. They were really cool. I worked for them kind of at the very beginning of their fame,
Okay.
and they got super famous, and they obviously didn't need us anymore.
How long were you like touring with them and doing stuff?
Oh, not that long. It was very brief.
It was like
Um,
just a little stunt moment. Like
a little section in my life, but it was fun. It was really fun. They were people, really cool people.
okay, so you've performed with Carnival now for 9 years, and that's awesome because you are the first person I've spoken to. Hold on, let me think. Of all the guests that I've had, yes, you're the first guest that has done 1.0 shows as well.
Yay!
So for those that don't know, 1.0 is the older style. They're not older style, but they're the older shows before the playlist style shows came in, such as your 80s pop, your epic rock, America Rocks, Flick. Those are playlist shows and known as the playlist 2.0 shows. 1.0 shows were still similar in the sense of like they were the similar songs. Like it wasn't like it was like 20s songs. Well, there was one show that was like through the decades, wasn't it?
Yeah, there were a wide variety of different shows.
So the music was still kind of the same, not 100% different. But they're larger casts,
Yeah.
less singers, more dancers. So tell me about the experience of doing 1.0.
Oh my God, it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, the difference was for me was 1.0, you a cast, there's 9 girls, and you're literally all dressed the same in the same wig, the same costume. And the only people that ever get recognized are the singers. So we'd go out and, you know, it'd be fine. Nobody recognizes us. Obviously, go into playlist. everyone knows who you are. And it's like, oh, I can't even have a drink. I'm scared.
Everyone's kind of unique in playlist.
Everyone's unique. Everyone's recognized. So that was kind of cool transitioning. But no, it's amazing. And the dancing was very technical. It was definitely different playlist.
1.0. How many cast members in total?
Oh, 4. Well, see, it differed. Sometimes it was 5 boys, sometimes it was 4 boys. Normally 9 girls, and then 2 singers, 1 male, 1 female. 15, 16.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. What ships did you do 1.0 on? Although they may have different names now, but
Imagination was my first.
okay.
Then I did. Oh, you're testing me. Imagination, Fascination, Inspiration, Sensation. I can't remember the others. Ecstasy.
Almost. So pretty much all the Asians.
Yes, all the Asians. Probably every fantasy class ship. There you go.
Gotcha. Okay, so I know how big those dressing rooms are. They are not big enough to fit 9 women in one. How was that? What was that experience like? Especially because I know the dungeon where we keep all of the costumes on fantasy class.
On the male side, the male singer was in the dungeon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You also had 2 females on the male side. So you had the 4 male dancers and 2 female dancers on that side. And then on the other side, you had obviously minus 2 female dancers, but you also had the female singer as well.
Jesus, that's
it was
crazy.
One year, I got looked with the corner space on the fantasy class ship.
Ooh.
And the corner, the preset basket down. Oh, it's a nightmare.
That does not sound
fun
at all. So tell me, having done all of those ships as 1.0, how many of those do you feel like you've gone back to in 2.0?
I went back to the Fascination. I did that 2.0, and I went back to the Ecstasy 2.0.
Okay. How did you like going back as 2.0? Did it feel like coming home, or did it feel like a different experience?
Well, my name was still on the wall on the door on the Fascination. Like, I'm home. Yeah, that was quite cute. And then obviously I did the Dream twice, and my name was.
I love the Dream.
Go back to a ship and like see stuff that's already there that when you've been there before. But the Fascination, wow, that was I think 7 years difference when I went back and my name was still on the plaque on the door. I didn't write it, someone else did. But
well, that's like the Dream is the backstage area is very similar to how the Splendor was, which was my first contract with you. And so when I got into the dressing rooms on the Dream, I felt like I was home because I was like, I know this. I know where we go. I know where the rooms are. I know if I need to run back to my room to grab a Snickers really quick, I can go and do that. It's not like I have to run down 17 flights of stairs just to get back to my room. Oh my gosh, that was the best thing about backstage of the like fantasy class, or the Fascination in particular, is that the crew bar is right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, you literally finish a show and you can go and have a beer within 5 minutes.
It's like you can't say no because you have to go past crew bar to get to your cabin. It's like, let's just see who's in there. Oh, hey everyone.
And you get to the point where you're like, I'm not even gonna take my makeup off because I just want to go and grab a beer. Like I remember walking in with Diva's like thick eyeliner on and just being like, guys, I don't care. I just give me Bud Light. I'll be happy.
Yes.
So what is your favorite show you've done? Let's go 1.0 and 2.0. What is each of those favorite shows, would you say?
1.0 Far From Over for sure.
What is Far From Over about? I don't know the 1.0 that well.
It's like an 80s. It's kind of like, if I could describe Far From Over as a 2.0, it's kind of leaning on the verge of 80s pop, but a little more rocky, maybe. I don't know, but it's
Ooh.
so much fun. But it's really difficult
Yeah,
for a dancer.
I
It really
wouldn't be able to do
challenges you.
it.
And I did it 3 times, and I did the cut version. There's a cut version on some ships.
Uh-huh.
Where the opening is not as long. So I did that first, obviously. And then when I did it the second time and the third time, it was not. It had like an extra 1 minute 30 in the opening. And that already killed me when I first. So yeah, so it was very challenging, but I loved it.
One of your number one 2.0 shows.
Well, if I had to say 2.0, it's between Divas or America Rocks.
Ooh.
But I think I'd say Divas.
I saw you just put up a video of you having to cover Telephone.
Oh yeah. No, I covered the whole show as a singer.
Yes, Queen.
Not my favorite. You know, doing that, I always used to, right, as a PCM, you know, when singers obviously are doing the thing and they're singing, and I can tell, like, you can go a bit harder. Never again will I give that note after doing a show as a singer. It is to breathe and dance single. Never again will I give that note. I praise all you singers for doing that show and dancing like that. It is unreal.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I love it. That's actually really good leeway because Divas is one of my favorites. I loved Divas. Though I went to because you and me actually ended up doing, oddly enough, I know she is a woman and I am a man. We did a similar track in the sense that we both did the rap. And other than that, we were in all the same pieces other than she was in Single Ladies. And there's no like just men tracks. Oh yeah, because I wasn't in an Umbrella either. Yeah, so the only extra thing you did comparatively is you would have done Single Ladies. Oh, no, and Kiss. You would have done Kiss too. How challenging was that rap for you?
It was definitely a challenge.
I wish I would have gotten to see it because you totally have the vibe. You have the energy, especially I could totally see you attacking it, man. So it fits your voice way more than it does mine.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
What's your favorite part of that show?
Oh, there's so many things.
I know mine. I know mine hands down.
I love Bleeding Love because I love the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
But then I know it's obviously not a big feature for dancers, but I love Edge of Glory. I just feel so empowered as I'm turning that staircase, and then at the back, I just love it. No, but honestly, every single part of that show, I cannot say there's not one part of that show where I'm like, oh no, I love all of it, every single number.
I think my personal favorite is actually Bleeding Love. I love that one, especially because not only I think both sections are beautiful. Like I think because it's all the same and then it breaks off to 2 separate like duets. Yeah. I think both sections are beautiful, but there's so many moments where like you turn your back to the audience. And I just remembered like talking to the person next to me and be like, guys, oh my gosh, I'm dying. Oh my God, I gotta do this. And then you turn around and you're so emotional and you're just loving and and I'm like, but Bleeding Love was one of my favorites. I'll never forget, and you'll probably laugh at this. It was second show, and the diva from the first show had an earring in and it fell out on stage. And we didn't notice it until second show. And so we're doing all of Bleeding Love and I'm literally rolling over top of this and it gets stuck, like hanging out of my side. I had it was literally embedded into my side as we're doing all of this section on the floor. And I'm just like, oh, ah! And it just keeps on stabbing me over and over again. And I got off stage and literally pulled it out and threw it in the trash.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it was awful. It was the most pain I had ever been in.
Give it back to her?
Huh?
You didn't give it back to her?
I didn't know who she was. I would have known if I just asked Miriam, because Miriam probably walked her out or something. But I was like, there's blood on it. I'm throwing it away. It was like it was like a pearl or something. Like it wasn't like a diamond. If it was a diamond, I would have been like, all right, I'm going to go get this appraised first and then we'll see. So we're going to play a game, and we have a special guest. Another good friend of ours. If I can just pull this up. He's joining in, maybe. There he is.
Hello.
It's Tyler.
Hello, everybody.
So we are going to play a game, and I'm actually going to jump to this screen now. It will like blur it out, okay?
Okay.
We're going to play Who Knows Steph Better?
Ooh, let's go.
Because the reason I thought of this is I was like, well, Tyler and Steph became like best friends last contract on the Dream. But I've known Steph for 2 contracts now. So I thought it would be fun to try this out and see what happens and just have a little bit of fun.
All right, it's on. Dude, you're going down.
Okay, so I have 4 questions in mind, but I'm going to try and come up with 6. And we'll cut out what I don't need to use or anything like that, okay?
Okay.
So, Mark is at the ready, or phone. All right, Steph,
Hello.
what is your go-to cocktail?
My go-to cocktail?
What is your go-to cocktail? We go to Alchemy or anywhere else. What is the thing you're going to drink? Has to be let's clarify. It's a cocktail, not a wine. Not a wine. This is a cocktail.
That's not even fair. Look,
red
I was
wine.
ready.
I know. I was gonna put. Okay, here. Let's specify. Let's take this back then. Rather than go-to cocktail, okay. Let's do. What is your go-to type of wine?
Oh.
What is your go-to type of wine?
Oh,
I have-
God. The cheapest. Right?
That's really. I think I know what it is. Not necessarily brand, but what kind of wine? You have your Cabernets, your Cabernet Sauvignon, your blah, 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 all that kind of
Oh
stuff.
my God. I have 2.
All right, write them down. If me and him get either one, we'll get a point. I'm gonna spell this wrong.
I'm like, I even have spell check, and I'm like, nope, not working.
Also, I don't know how to write on a piece of paper evenly. All right, Steph, when you're ready. Are you ready, Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, Steph, show the camera your answer. Cheap red Oh, I should have said Santa Marilla. What did you write, Tyler?
I did
Wrote
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. Damn. I don't know if either of us get that.
We drank everything.
You guys did drink.
Yeah.
This is true.
We flipped and flopped.
I mean, let's be honest.
Okay. Next question.
Okay.
All right. Let me think how to word this. We'll do a silly one first. What number is Steph thinking of right now between 1 and 10?
Oh.
Hold on.
You didn't even write yours down.
Okay. All right, Steph, what are you showing? Damn it! What'd you write?
3.
I wrote 6. I was thinking 5, 6.
We're not doing good.
Oh,
Ah.
5. Mama with the 5, 6.
All right. Here we go. What animal is Steph deathly afraid of?
I think everybody in my life knows this.
Hold on. How do you spell that? There we go. Okay. Steph? Birds. Tyler?
I said things that fly / birds.
Yeah, we both got a point on that one. We're tied. We both got. I put pigeons.
Things that fly like drones.
Yes.
Anything that's inanimate that flies, as well as things that are alive.
No, thank you.
Hell no.
Not of a no.
Okay. Let me think. Oh, here we go. When it comes to makeup, what is the first and most important thing Steph does? Like when it comes to her putting on makeup, what is the first and most important thing she goes for? I'm tossed up between two things and I'm not sure.
Okay, hold on. Like, this is a pretty broad thing.
When it comes to like her daily makeup, like if she's going out to the Lido deck, she's wanting to put on a face. What is the first thing she has to put on?
A full face.
Everything. I think this. Okay. Tyler, you ready? He's looking up, like, I bet right now he's looking up. Okay, this is a makeup thing. This is a makeup. Okay, you got it? What'd you put, Steph? Eyebrows. Fuck, I was close. What'd you put?
I put foundation, brows, eyeliner, and mascara.
Okay.
That's just basic stuff that she doesn't have to do anything crazy to go out. That's just basic what she'll do.
Technically, Tyler wins because he said eyebrows before I put eyeliner first.
See, they're all important. They all go together.
Are we taking points?
Yes, right now you're 1 point ahead of me. Okay. So that is how many questions? Out of 4 questions, we're 1 and 2. Okay. So Tyler has 2 points. I have 1 point. We have 2 questions left.
You're going
right.
down.
What is how do I word this? I just want to word it correctly so it sounds, because I'm still trying to record all this. So okay.
I need her.
What is the one material object Steph can never own enough of?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I'm tossed up between 2 things now.
Wait.
Material item?
Material item. So it's like something that's like an aesthetic, or like maybe you own 50 phones. Maybe you own 72 hairbrushes. Like you can never have enough of this thing. Every time you go shopping, this is the thing you most likely are going to buy. You're going to buy this or something else. I'm tossed up between 2 things right now.
I hope I get this right.
If I get this wrong, I'm going to be so mad at myself. I'm writing this terribly. I'm going to flip this over. How do you spell? Dylan, goddamn.
Right? I'm still about it.
Okay. All right. Steph, do you have an answer? Damn it! I was going to write that!
That was my first answer.
That's what I was going to write too!
I deleted it.
I put makeup.
I put bras and underwear.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Buy that everywhere. You spent so much money before we even started our contract.
Gosh, I remember she came home like the last week of rehearsals with a huge bag of Victoria's Secret.
Oh my God, guys, don't call me out.
Wait, do you remember when she did her hair?
This is still the hair from then.
It's super long. It's gotten really long.
Really good.
It's it. Main change salon. Be good.
Well, salons are opening soon, so you might be able to go.
Okay. Here we go. Last question. What is the number one thing that makes Steph more mad than anything in the world?
Oh, that's easy.
If I don't get this, we are not friends. Why am I spelling like this?
Essay. He's writing an essay.
Okay. Last question. For all the marbles. Steph, what did you write?
Writing more.
Lateness, Dylan, tat. Ah! I put being late, missing tat.
The first thing I have is time.
Yeah!
Time, fake people, assholes.
Oh my gosh, we're best friends. I love it.
I love you both.
Yo, Dill, I still won though, right? That's 3 points.
You still technically won. You did it. You did. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for coming and surprising Steph, Tyler. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for being my guest, Steph. You're amazing. Steph, please plug your Instagram or somewhere that people can follow you and check out your stuff.
Yes, you can catch me at StaffyBeth89 Instagram.
All right, and Tyler, please plug your Instagram as well, just so that everyone can come and check you out. You're gonna be I want you to be one of my guests, full guests eventually. But
Okay.
So plug where you are.
It's pretty simple. Tyler V5678.
Perfect. So go and check them out on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for joining me for episode 5. This is the last episode of how UpDated is going to be right now traditionally. The next episode, episode 6, is going to be starting up with a bunch of new stuff, a new format, and new camera angles as well. So the production value hopefully is going to go up a little bit. Thank you guys again. I love you guys. I will see you guys soon. Until next time, peace, love, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye.